Hey there, sweetness, how goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game. If there's anything that's connective to this collective, that's beautiful. I invite you to take that shit with you. If, however, nothing here resonates, that's alright. I just leave it right where you fucking found it. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for someone else in the collective. You should never take something off the table, or in general, that does not belong to you. Please keep in mind that time may be fluid as well as energy, and let's get into it, shall we? Yes. Yes, we shall. What are we getting into? 1212 messages. And the timer is stuck at 33. Odds. Beating the odds. So overarching message here. Collective, don't forget that. All right. Spirit of love, truth, grace, and guidance. Spirit of synchronicities, such as 1212. Please guide myself, guide these messages, guide this collective. Please guide us all in all ways, for always. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, welcome home, homies. Please do the tribe a favor. Make sure you get those likes up on your way into the video. Let us know you're here with a comment. Let me know if things are resonating. Also, I invite you to check out your subscription status. Are you one of those viewers that sits and watches all the videos but never subscribes? If so, I must ask why. That's not very good for the numbers. It's not healthy for the channel. So if you enjoy the vibe, please subscribe. All these things that I've mentioned, they're free. It's just leaving a little bit of your energy to say thank you. It being, I believe it's the new moon. Am I right? We're going with the dark moon seasonal solstice candle. This is driftwood and sage. I draw attention to this in case driftwood and or sage are very close by to you as you watch this, viewer. Perhaps there's something highly significant for you to hear. Here. I light this candle to cleanse this space. And with intention to draw in purity, clarity, love, soulful messages. We will be starting with the Nature Oracle. This is a deck local to my state. The Pine Tree State. Fitting for the time of year. Oh, yes. As I began to channel for the reading, I began to open up for the live. This card popped out. It's an energy of being blindsided. On the flip side is the answer to the question, blindsided by what? By being given absolutely no choice in something. It is time to change. And homie, it is time to grow. I got major tower energy with this download. And on the flip side, I'm getting be very careful and cautious of dark feeling energies at this time. Don't let them blindside you. They may try. Oh, I was about to say messages for the collective. Excuse me. They may try, but no matter what anyone attempts, collective, you stay grounded in your healing. Grounded. Mother Earth provides grounding. When you find yourself spending too much time in your head, ground yourself by wearing or gazing at the color red. What's standing out to me, collective, is very much as above, so below energy. Live by the sun, love by the moon, and a grounding in that knowing. I say that because from my perspective, looking at this screen, I see a red line at the tippy top. I see a red play button, a red square with the word live, which could be live. I see the red in this card at the center. I see red end stream underneath of this card. And I see another red play button, which is the YouTube logo, right? So it's funny. It's, how do I say this? It's being grounded all around, well-rounded in your grounding. I'm getting something like, what are those called? Those electro lights? Not the strobe lights, but the ones with the electricity in them, and they have the ball of glass around them so that the electricity doesn't go wild and kill everyone. What's your metaphorical dome, collective? That dome helps to keep you grounded. Perhaps visualize a red one around you. Heck, visualize a raspberry around you. Healing. Nature has a way of soothing the mind and body. Spend time in green, healing surroundings. Connect with earthly elementals to assist with mending. Now, for those that celebrate the holidays, red and green. Red and green. And for those that don't, look for the red and green. There's grounding and healing. I'm seeing the word serene. Messages for the collective, please. Thank you. Spirituality. This is cute to come out right now because I was about to pull out our Shanti spiritual number book. I'll go ahead and read this first real quick. Spirituality. A higher calling awaits. Ask your angels for spiritual guidance. Spend time meditating and journaling to gain clarity. Seek a spiritual mentor. Now, as I say that, I do draw caution into giving away your own power. Not that you can't be guided, not that you can't learn from others. Just be careful. Be careful. 26, 28, 21. Something about a fox, very sly person that just has to have everything their way, but very sneakily. Something about someone that causes a lot of chaos. And I want to say festering energy. They bring chaos and grossness to you, to your vibe, to anyone. Something about not looking back, only looking forward. Getting from A to B, not going from B to A. Hey there, sweetness, how goes it? Thank you for joining. Happy 12/12. All right, more from 26. Healing energy. Healing and coming out I want to say the other side of the tunnel, but actually realizing that it was never really a tunnel at all. And stepping out into the light. Something about someone's been very upset lately, and especially really upset at the universe and the state of things, and maybe even upset at spirit, their higher power. They need to know that it's okay. They've been given grace. Something about chipping away at boundaries that never served correctly in the first place, and being given grace through that action. Something about obtaining success. Something about this being a huge confirmation for someone. Something about accepting a role in their community. I'm glad you caught as well. And I'm thankful that you're great. We have something about the health being affected by the grounding, being grounded, ungrounded. It's very important to understand the root chakra, the base, the ground. It's like the ground wire to your spirit, to your soul. And Mother Earth provides grounding. No matter what season, there is a season, or there is a reason for each season, and there is something to be found that can bring profound healing, no matter the season, but you're being told to look to nature, most specifically in the greens and the reds. 28. Something about, yes, building new boundaries after chipping away at those that didn't serve. There's something about your passion and your humility that potentially led to destructive boundaries and or destroyed boundaries. And those two go one in the same hand in hand. But there's a lot about building new. Something about someone has been reaching. I feel like this is someone around you has been reaching a position of insecurity. They've been blocked in some way. They've been blocking their own healing. They've been blocking their own building. They feel like they deserve it because they're so insecure. They judge themselves very harshly and have a very hard time pulling themselves out. There's something about majorly the collective wanting to reach out and pull someone out of what appears to me as the fucking wet tar pit. But in doing so, you risk exposure of getting yourself covered in that tar, falling into the pit yourself. But there's something about someone has been in that pit before. And that's why they're so passionate about wanting to get this other person out of the pit. They've been in that tar pit and they're like, oh my God, I know that sucks. Holy shit. I not only have empathy for you and compassion, but I just literally, I know exactly what that feels like. Instead of reaching in and trying to pull this person out, the person that has previously been there has been given the grace and the understanding of how to get themselves out of said pit. They're like, I did this. You have to stop struggling because that's just making you sink deeper. You have to stop breathing like, stop hyperventilating, okay? Take slow, deep, calm breaths and, well, ask your angels for spiritual guidance, but also climb out. Or I'm getting, sometimes it's like that age-old thing where people just don't realize that they can stand up, that they're not in that deep. They can stand up and walk out of whatever situation they feel like they're drowning in. I'm getting something about the majority of the collective, all of the collective, you know? We have to accept that we cannot reach our hands into the fucking pit and yank people out. That does not help them. But we can tell them this is what worked for us. Not, I read in a magazine somewhere that you could try this. Or, oh, well, that looks really gross in that pit. I hope you can get out of there. Send you my best wishes. Or throw some money at them and tell them to figure out how to get out of there. Use, this money's worth a lot. None of that works, right? But if someone's been in that pit before, and they can be like, hey, yo, dude, step 1, step 2, step 3, and here we are, getting you all cleaned off. How you doing? I feel like I had to lower my frequency to match. Oh, that sounds rough, very rough, and very emotional. To that I say, may we all focus on the saving of ourselves, the saving of our spirituality, the saving of our healing, the saving of our groundings, the saving of our passion and our humility. And in doing so, in saving ourselves, again, I say, we show others how they can save themselves. It's never our job to save someone else. Never. We can't. We can't. We have to accept that and release the expectation of ourselves that we can. And I understand that's a messy message, a combination of, but it's beautiful at the same time. And it is something that's very confirming for some. And I literally just saw that, I don't know if it's you guys are thankful or if it's spirit that's thankful that I got it out right, but that's the last word I saw. Thankful. All right. We have the mother and moon energy. The mother and the moon. I like that. I'm not sure exactly, what further from that. I know the archetypes for sure, but I feel like that is just a beautiful little blurb of its own. The mother and the moon. Actually, I have another candle, the feminine. It's a lot about the seasonal solstice of the soul collective. I like that. I think we're going to move on to another deck. I'm going to give this a little tickly shuffle real quick, though. Make sure we put her away nice and clean. I do hope and pray that this 1212 portal is serving you guys in the best ways possible, and that y'all are serving it in the best ways possible. All right. I think we're going to jump into the Mystic Gypsy deck. There are plenty of fresh new cards in there. I'm really excited to break this out, get it shown off. Thank you. All right. We're going to smoke this deck right in. She enjoys it. And honestly, I'm being guided to get us some channeled music going in the background. I have a little, the Dead of Night channel. They have like graphic animated altar scenes, and it's playing a Yuletide altar with some like fire sound effects and things. But something is telling me that we need some words. We need some music. So the first song up is Ciroc Fire Squad J. Cole remix. It's all about I'm a rebel, rebel, rebel. I'm a rebel. Someone used to think they wanted to rule the world, but they know they don't want to anymore. They just want to move it. Make a mark. All right. Let me clear my throat so I can get this off my chest. Thank you. Cheers, cheers. Always appreciate that. All right. Ooh, I was about to say messages for the homie, and we got a bunch. Ooh, I like the way that game. This is a whole chunk underneath of new adventure awaits. I'm going to keep it there. We're going to see what that new adventure may be. Excuse me. I'm going to say my one big excuse me for all my stoner coughs, but I feel like I'm about to smoke a lot of weed with you guys. All right. Never regret the truth. Know what I'm saying? Never regret the truth. Ace of Swords energy. Someone's really, 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 really powerful, and I don't think that they're even aware of their own fucking energy. Like, they don't even understand the power of their aura. Spirit says that before passion passes right through me, give me roses. Passion is going to literally jolt into you for something. Ooh, awesome. Effing right. I am all about art. I enjoy it very much. So, I think I'm going to get out our number books as well, because I do see some numbers on the cards. I also want to quickly pack a new bowl. I'm not even going to blow that y'all's way. All right. We'll get into a very special book. I don't get into this one often for the numbers anymore. Humble. She's talking about humble. You guys had gotten humility in the numbers before. You're a little bit different. People might understand you if they just fucking listen. Might understand you a little better anyway. I don't think any of us is meant to truly be understood by anyone else, but we are meant to understand ourselves, I believe. All right. Won't keep you waiting too long. We'll check out the ace. Opportunity. Opportunity awaits.
During your pregnancy, you'll take about 6 trillion breaths. 2 breaths as you get Pfizer's maternal.
Something about a willingness to be observant. Something about the pentagram. And something about pizza. And pies. Oh, your piece of the pie. Huh. Something about being observant of your piece of the pie. Okay. Just 1 second. That's not quite enough to fill the bowl. Let's try to keep up on the chat here. Yes. So much like the Mystic Gypsy deck is decorated with gorgeous stickers, so is this grinder. I love stickers, you guys. Like, do you guys ever watch that movie, 40 Days and 40 Nights, and she's starting to fall asleep, and he's like, let's talk about stickers. Do you like stickers? When I heard him say that, my heart jumped a beat. I'm like, I fucking love stickers. Oh, yeah. Is that the, oh, goodness. Briggs and Meyer test? I can't remember exactly what mine was, but I feel like it was I think it was INFJ B. Might have been, I can't recall exactly. Absolutely. That is probably one of the strongest points that I make on this channel, is that what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know? Ooh, observe gander. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Yeah, I love that movie. Love it. All right. I got caught up for a second. Now I'm going to finish grinding. Feminine energies. There's a lot of sexual energy in the air. Actually, for both masculine and feminine. This song coming on and that movie popping up in my head, 40 Days and 40 Nights, it was literally about taking a break from sexuality. And I'm getting something about that. Someone has been celibate for quite some time. Maybe this next piece about this new adventure awaits is talking about what comes next after those 40 days and 40 nights. All right. So on the card New Adventure Awaits, signifiers are butterflies. We also have number 22. New adventure awaits. First and foremost, before I look at the card underneath, I will check out what 22 wants to say. Also, I'll say, I always see 22 as two separate but equal paths merging together and coming to a state of equilibrium. Like parallel lines, parallel universes merging. Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is the... I'd have to look. I have paperwork actually from years ago. I think it was when I had enrolled into college. They had us take those tests. But I know it was introverted. I remember some. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, there we go. All right. Oh, I didn't even give you guys a hit. All right. Samba the Great, Energy. The song title is Energy. Feminine energy, energy reign. And she's talking about the sexuality and the spirituality behind it and the energy there. All right. The birds and the bees ain't got nothing on the energy. There's something about not being conflicted by impulse. Something about double candles burning. Yep, again, equal burning. Something about fortified roots. Something about fortified walls, a fortified fence. Something about excuse me. Something about being the gatherer of the grapes, gatherer of the vines. Twos can come to speak about the gateway to spirit and prosperity. Comes to speak of faith, love, patience, good fortune in love. Speaks of good news, enlightening, awakening. Yes, here is that merge of two separate but equal paths. Self-realization, self-love. 2 is a very sacred number. It's a sign of luck and love. It's a sign of pathways coming for you. It's a sign of creating things new. New. And I believe it's the new moon that we're in right now. There's something about new dimensions and expansion of self and relations. Oh, yep, okay. 22, Archangel Gabriel, about to say, 222, Archangel Gabriel comes to speak of positivity, finances, manifestation, making paths cross, speaks of being spiritually protected. Then you guys have the rune, I believe it's Ansus, looks like the peace sign upside down, sort of. Passion. The word passion has come up here so many times that I can't even count them anymore. And 2s come to speak about being dynamic. I'm getting something about some have been far too dynamic in having the positive and the negative all smooshed together hand in hand all the time. There's something about, yes, that dynamic is required, but having a separation of the two. So I'm seeing like someone taking a salt shaker and a pepper shaker and opening them both and dumping them all together and swirling it up. It's something like, don't have the black and white of your life be like that, all right? And maybe maybe I'm giving the opposite advice. Maybe someone is supposed to, swirl the black and white, but I'm getting something about a little bit better separation of the black and the white, all right? New adventure awaits. Underneath of that, it's a good time to settle it down. It's a good time to settle it down, collective. The Lovers. This carries a message of, I know it. Underneath of that, ready or not. That brings me back to that. Blindsided. And that card just blindsided me in the freaking mouth, you guys. Absolutely no choice. It is time to change. And it is time to grow. Ready or not. Here we go. All right. And then last but not least, this card wanted to come in the reverse. No worries, you're on your level. Card number 14, I'm going to look at the reversal of that number-wise. Strength, realization. Okay, so literally, you guys got strong realization before. It takes a strong realization to come to terms with the fact of, I'm not on the level I need to be on. I need to I need to do better. I know better. I need to do better. I need to do better for myself. And that's an energy that's coming out with this card. I'm going to take a quick look at these all together and see if there's something else. Go over them real quick. Never regret the truth. Ace of Swords energy. New adventure awaits. It's a good time to settle it down. The Lovers. I know it. Ready or not. No worries. You're on your level. In the reverse with strong realization or strength after the realization, because technically the words are strength and realization. Bottom of the deck, overdrive, ride slow. All right, I'm going to ride slow on this message for just a moment here. Well, first and foremost, we get an energy of love. Love, 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 the Lovers, right? It's a good time to settle down. Someone may be settling down. But I get nervous with this ready or not, because if you're not ready, you should be honest. Right? No matter who, not saying you, but in general, if someone isn't ready and they know it, I know it, it's a great time to be honest and never regret that honesty. Their adventure in this situation may not proceed, but that doesn't mean that their adventure ends, that new adventures don't await them. New adventures always await, unless we block them out and lock them out. So there's an energy of that. There's an energy of with this overdrive ride slow, I'm getting an energy of someone riding off into the sunset, but like in such freaking shame. Look at their face. Like, shame. Shame for stealing and ciphering away someone's energy. What the frick? Someone's time. It says the Time Lord. I'm also getting an energy of I'm getting multiple messages here. That's why it's getting a little bit like, There's an energy of don't settle. Settle down is one thing, but don't settle for, because that's not fair to anyone. If you look at something like I'm settling for this, yikes. Be prepared for a spiritual tower. I'm also getting an energy in that love energy. Someone's honest. Someone speaks their truth. Someone lives their truth. Someone is their truth. And so in that truth, they're brought to these new moments, these new adventures, these new places. And they've been too many. But there's something about it is time to take a rest. It is okay to focus on the self, to be in love. And I'm getting something about someone knows that they are, but they're not wondering if they're ready or not, but they're wondering, I just lost it. What were they wondering? They're wondering if they are correct in their perception of this love or not. They also wonder if their lover, if their partner is correct in their perception of it or not. Getting something about, when I said that, I got a couple things right in my gut. If you feel it in the gut, it's your intuition. It's an energy of, well, I hope they find a happy medium. I hope they don't think that I'm perfect and an angel and a savior and, tippy top number one. But I also hope that they see my worth and treat me accordingly, because I'll do the same for them. I like that. That one. Yep. Someone says, I've never claimed to be perfect. That's an impossible dream. I'm just saying that I'm worth it. And that's the responsible thing. There's a message here, collective, about use your time to be resourceful. Use your time to be definitive, especially in regards to hunkering down at home, settling in for the season, getting comfortable. Speaking the truth. Truth, 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 truth. We start and end with truth. Different types. We have Gemini and Capricorn energy making an appearance. Oh, we also have some Taurus. Something about, indulging in a feeling of luxury and serenity. Also getting something about, do not let a Taurus make you feel like a martyr in any way. Taurus is the Hierophant energy. Not exactly certain what that's about. A bull energy. Don't let anyone's bull make you feel any type of way. Shine on and baby, you a star. Be exactly who you are. Ooh, someone is a feminist. The feminist. But beyond that, someone believes that in a perfect world, there are no upper hands to be had. Can we ruminate on that for a second? No upper hands to be had. Equality. Ooh. Someone's soul journey, someone's spiritual ride, someone's healing, someone's understanding, perception, knowledge, experiences. Someone's, how shall I say, fucking life recipe. Like the recipe of your life. This is the flavor of it. It's got him talking. I don't know who is. But your flavor's got him talking. What is your flavor? Justice, balance, and harmony. Libra energy. Your energy is like a breath of cool yet warm wind, enveloping from all sides. Don't let it go to your head. With the crown comes responsibility. Yeah? But my, oh my, do I see a fucking crown. Messages for the collective. Ooh, thank you. Something about not being a fool and having unrealistic expectations. Again, that's exactly why I felt drawn to say, when you're watching readings, all right, and when you're dealing with people in general, but I'll use it in terms of readings, a lot of readers are going to sit there and stroke your ego. We all have ego. Maybe we've gone through ego death as well, but we still have some ego. It's there to keep us protected. It's an overactive ego that becomes toxic, becomes dangerous, all right? Or an underactive one. But healthy ego, that's confidence, pure and simple. Self-worth, self-esteem. Self-esteem's necessary. But that is the energy of a crown earned, not just given, and work being done to continue maintaining said crown, and whatever kind of kingdom comes with said crown. I mean, someone says, I'm all set with unrealistic expectations. I just want to succeed at what I have. Okay. Something about allowing yourself to have big dreams, but not absolutely grandiose to the point that you know that you are never going to be able to achieve them. And I'm not saying don't have faith in yourself and have faith in the impossible and have faith in your prayers and faith in magic and faith in faith. But allow for the reality of the 3D that we exist in as well. All right. Also, with that, I'm getting something about infinitely being given guidance through the dark, no matter what the dark is. There's something about waiting in line to buy some kind of system, or waiting in some kind of line in terms of being part of some sort of a system. Something about a job something about a job, being competitive and ambitious and passionate about the work you're doing. This is an important reminder for that, again, crown energy, being given the crown. Hello, darling, how are you? Being given a crown, keeping in mind that even if you go and earn the crown, and it's not just given to you, okay? You go and earn a crown. Someone had to hand it to you, right? Someone had to endow you with that crown. Keep in mind that it's the universe, it was spirit, it's creator that blesses you with the crown. And yeah, sometimes heavy lies the head that wears the crown. But it's better than having no head at all, isn't it? Something about don't sabotage yourself. Don't sabotage your closest relationships. Don't sabotage the trust. Don't sabotage the trust. From all angles. Aries energy made an appearance. That is the competitive and ambitious. Something about that, I was getting a job. Whether you have, like, some may be applying for a new job. Something about be realistic, but at the same time, be ambitious. Be competitive, but don't be harsh. Okay? And something about not sabotaging yourself, not sabotaging others, not looking at things as if there's an upper hand to be had. I'm getting something about don't listen to gossip. It may lead you astray. We did have Taurus, didn't we? I feel like we did. Yep. Taurus energy has been hanging out with us for a little while. Most specifically on this card was the luxurious and serene. I can't recall all the messages that came up when this card did, when this energy appeared and what's come out since then. But you're absolutely invited to go back through and get any messages that may be there. But for the signs, I'll go back over. We had, I believe, just these four. Let me check really quickly. 5. We have Capricorn, Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Aries. And then we have so many butterflies here that I'm going to take it that we have Scorpio energy as well. So that's what I see for the signs. But I have not done any tarot. Those are some handmade cards. Yeah, absolutely. I sort of want to do some alphabet. Ooh. Y, D, Q, J, L, K, O, KO, B, N, F, and an S. And we have an I, maybe just one more. Okay. Actually, yeah. F. We have all we need. So we have Y, L, D, K, Q, O, and I'll see what I can pull from this after I read them to you. Q, O, J, B, S, N, I, F. So first and foremost, we'll start there with the is, if, in. Someone is in if, is in if, something about sod, SOD, something about a job. There's a lot about a job. You guys also feel free to let me know in the comments if you see anything, catch anything that I don't. I don't know if you guys can really see super well. Something about a son, SON. So for vowels is the I and the O. Something about no, saying no, being a major blow to someone. Be careful of that. Very careful if you say no to someone and yikes, it kind of comes to blows. Something about someone acting like a kid. Maybe something about a kid. Something about sin. Something about a fin. Like a fish. A fin. Something about a fib. Lie. Something about yo-yo. Something about yo-yoing between feeling so-so. Nice. I like that. Aren't we all? Oh. Something about feeling jolted. That came up earlier, jolt. But we're missing the T to that. Makes me think crossroads. Jolted coming up at a crossroads. Something about skid. Something about a bid. Something about a boss. Someone thinks their boss has a nice bod. Something about a loft. Something about a quad. Something about a yard. Birch trees. I'm gonna rearrange these and see if I can see anything. Something about bins. Something about bonds. Bins and bonds. BONDS. BINS. BINDS. Something about binds. Something about lines. There's a lot about lines, guys. And the cards had been systems and lines. JS, just saying. These also could be initials, street names, anything you guys may pick up on that I don't. Someone's name could be Joe, Josie. Something about Delphi, Delphi. Something about a boy. Something about joy. Joy, boy, son. Someone may be doing like gender reveal, maybe coming up soon. A lot of joy. It's a boy. Something about New Jersey. Something about New Orleans. Something about Kentucky. You guys, I got something about the DILF, DILF. Is that something with the whole someone's got a crush on their boss? Huh. Something about nods. Someone nods. Yes. Okay. Something about busy and bossy. I'm not sure. What do you mean? What does it mean? I'm not sure exactly what it means. I just pick up on things when I see the letters and let you guys know everything I'm picking up on for words and for vibrations coming from the alphabet. And yeah, I call it alphabet soup. Sometimes we call it alphabets. You know, I'm just trying to feed you guys what you need. Something I got. Yeah, it is. It's something about the boy is in if there's joy. The boy is in if there's joy. Something about snow. Something about the flow. Something about a flock. Something about flounder. Something about the flu. Something about a clue. Something about Sue. I don't know if that was someone's name, if that's in terms of legalities, or if that's. I was also getting something about the Sioux Indians. Weren't there Sioux Indians? That may be in someone's heritage. That's strong in your knowledge. There's probably some kind of message here that you should hear. Something about what is that called? I'm seeing fawn. It's not spelled out exactly here, but I'm picking up on fawn energy, like a baby deer. And it's oh crap, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Okay, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And fawning basically just means people pleasing. So, like sometimes in a situation, an individual reacts with it's like if they have a perceived threat, something like that, they react with fighting. They react with saying their, what's on their mind. They react with standing up for themselves. They react with confrontation, flight. They run. They book it. They hide. Flight. Freeze. Well, they freeze right up, right? Just absolutely freeze in place. Which often people mistake as fawning, like, oh, deer in the headlights, they freeze. Nope, fawning is known as overdoing pleasing people, overdoing, like overexerting yourself to take care of others. That's fawning. I'm seeing that. Be careful. All right. I think it's finally time to step into the tarot. What do you guys think? We got the pentagram earlier. I'm going to use a spread, I do believe. I think we're going to go with the pentagram spread for this. Give me 1 second. I got my little guide over here. So the first cards that come out will be any signifiers that will be like, ooh, I've been seeing that or hearing that a lot. That will be like, yeah, that card's really significant to me. Okay. Second card out will be your guides. All right. Any messages that your spirit team has for you, and any that resonate with the signifier. Third cards in position will be what you need to know about your current situation and what your expectation is. Maybe even sometimes what's expected of you. The fourth position will be your unexpected personal energy that's at play in your life. And I'll reiterate as we go, okay? Next out will be any changes that are coming towards you immediately, in your immediate future. And last but not least, what the potential long-term outcome for those that resonate with the cycle is. All right? Yeah. I believe we're going to go with the Heart and Hands Tarot. I haven't done this deck for a little while. All right. So first out are your signifying messages. Signifying messages for the homies. Signifiers for the homies. Thank you. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. The Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Channeled song. I must be missing the point. I need a coffee and a joint. Maybe some pop brownies. All right. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So signifiers are if you have been in an energy of feeling like you're just straddled in misfortune. Like there's nothing that you've done to bring it on yourself, and there's nothing that you can really do, or nothing that you've figured out to do to get rid of it either. Like, not much you can do but accept the turnabout and make the best of it. Cycling, phasing. If someone feels like they've just literally been fucking cycling through the phases, phasing through the cycles, okay? The words moon, fortune, encounters, adaptable, those stick out. Someone feels like life is very predictable Very, very predictable. All right. I'm going to go ahead and show you the card as well. You may see something in the picture that is a signifier that I'm failing to speak on. I'll put it in the upright for you. So I see the star, the little skull, the phases of the moon, very neat little plants. And that Six of Pentacles in reverse. We'll see what that has to say. So I'm going to go ahead and read what the Six of Pentacles has to say. All right, Jet. I heard it. I'm cheap shotting. I should have read the whole thing for the Wheel of Fortune. We'll go back to that first. Okay, my apologies. So, the Wheel of Fortune. An ornate wheel is emblazoned with the phases of the moon, and a skull turns at its center. Eyes swirl around it, some starry, some weeping. Like the moon, the Wheel of Fortune spins and changes, cycling through phases of darkness and illumination. Though the wheel's turns may be unpredictable, twists of fate are certain. In the reverse, the card speaks of misfortune being in store through no fault of your own, saying there's not much that you can do but accept this turnabout and make the best of it. The situation will turn around before long. Okay, and that Six of Pentacles, again, came in the reverse, but I'll keep it in the upright for the reading. A hand descends from above, fingers held in a gesture of blessing. It drops 3 coins into outstretched palms, but reserves 3 more for itself. In the background, towering trees are heavy with fruit. This card suggests that there's an abundance and prosperity in your life. It being in the reverse, though, either that's not how it is or that's not how it seems. In the reverse, it speaks of charity and support should be offered without strings. Gifts are unlikely to be repaid. Don't give more than you can afford to lose, and consider the impact that unpaid debts or unreciprocated help may have on relationships before offering. This card may also suggest difficulty in receiving aid. So those are the signifying cards. I'm going to go ahead and move them. Yeah, we'll put them up here. All right. Messages for the collective. Messages from their guides. What do their team have to say? Unclench your jaw. Untense yourself. Okay. The Emperor. Plus, whoa. I'll move you guys up just a little, I think. All right. We'll jump in with what we need to know from the Emperor. It's going to be great. And then I'm getting something about divine masculine. Song in the background came on. Energy. Tyler Jane. Working on energy. The Emperor stands firmly before an iron fence. His hair and beard curled like a ram's horns. The Emperor sets boundaries and defends his sphere of influence. He creates order and stability in his environment by establishing rules and hierarchies. As a leader and patriarch, the Emperor initiates projects, takes responsibility, and governs with reason and fairness. This card suggests you take charge of your situation. Define the problem and organize your thoughts. Your knowledge, expertise, and analysis will reveal the best course of action. This card may also represent the protection of a paternal authority figure or the act of setting and enforcing strong boundaries. That came up in the beginning of the reading. Next, your guides want you to get messages from the Two of Wands. I do want this here so you guys can see. Yeah, switch your point of view. Watch the change. It starts with you. All right. So we got the messages from the Emperor. On to that Two of Wands. A serpent winds back and forth through a crossroads. Each path is planted with different flowers. The creature's head transforms to a raised hand, perhaps halting, perhaps blessing. Two wands are crossed before it. This card suggests that there are obstacles in your path. You are at a crossroads, but hesitate to take the next step, to turn to the next page. You may need time to assess the situation, consider your options, or refine your vision for your journey. You may be afraid that you'll make the wrong decision or regret the path not taken. Whatever the case, do not linger too long. You feel that? Do you feel me lingering? Am I lingering for too long? Sorry, love you guys. Nine of Swords. Time took the pain and then nothing grew back in its place. So I watered it with whiskey and spoke in tongues at its grave. Man. Cycling through plagues. Jesus on My Neck, Nova Rockefeller, just came on with this song. I'm going to sing it to you for a second. I'm so dead, if I died I wouldn't notice, pull up at the gates in the Opal 4 Focus. It's on my neck, Jesus on my neck. I'm so dead, if I died I wouldn't notice, pulled up at the gates in the Opal 4 Focus. All I see is something, I can't keep up with it, but Jesus on my speed dial right after all the demons. Ignoring every call, might as well have got a pager. Something. All right. Nine of Swords energy. A pair of hands. Where I'm a name on the credit card of which I can't pay the bill. A pair of hands ring anxiously, menaced by a veil of swords. In the background, the full moon is eclipsed. The sky is dark, and raindrops fall like tears. But above it all, stars are visible. Oh, shit. Above it all, stars are visible. This card suggests that you are plagued by guilt. This song that came on with this card literally says cycling through the plagues. Okay? You're plagued by guilt, shame, anxiety, or regret. I felt the need to tell you guys to unclench your jaw. That's anxiety. Your mind may race uncontrollably. Unwanted thoughts or nightmares may keep you up at night. Your beliefs are self-destructive, and depression makes it difficult to see the way forward. But the situation may not be as dire as it seems. Don't lose hope. Next message from your spirit team. Six of Swords. I'm already in the swords. Why am I going so far away? A boat laden with swords navigates turbulent waters. The horizon it aims for is placid and starlit. I said that earlier in this reading, something about the horizon. The horizon it aims for is placid and starlit. Again, the stars, guys, the stars. The star card, I do believe, is card 17. 17 is relational to healing. It's relational to the soul. It's relational to the journey. It's relational to learning. It's relational to roots, inheritance, blessings, and lessons. Karma and dharma. A lot of things. Starlit, and visions of flowers swirl around it. This card suggests that a journey is beginning. This may mean actual travel, or it may indicate gaining distance from a bad situation. You may get over something or leave something harmful behind. Whatever the case, this journey will take you to a better place. Ten of Swords in the reverse. This card comes to say, don't surrender to negativity. Things may look different in time. You begin to recover from what felt like a total loss. In the aftermath of a disaster, a bright side may reveal itself. You may feel strangely exhilarated or relieved. That may be that jolt that I was getting earlier. Something about someone needs tea. If the worst has already happened, you have nothing left to fear. Alternatively, you may feel cautious or anxious about a positive development, waiting on pins and needles for things to take a turn. Embrace this respite. Five of Swords in the reverse. I like these swords in the reverse, guys. Two hands grip bundles of swords. Two more hands hang severed and limp. Clouds close in and raindrops drip down like blood. This card suggests that a major defeat, loss, or humiliation has occurred. Hold on, though. We're in the reverse. This card has roughly the same meanings reversed as upright, but the reverse position also indicates remorse, mourning, and healing from the loss in question. We're going to hold on to that, and I guess we are going to go over where I started in the first place. This card suggests that a major defeat, loss, or humiliation has occurred. Your pride may be wounded, which may have played a role in your downfall. I always see tickets to my downfall, MGK. Alternatively, this card may represent a no win situation or a Pyrrhic victory. But devastating as it is, this loss has something to teach you. That Pyrrhic victory. I don't know why, but that's making me think something about that piece of the pie from earlier. Something about be careful about getting stuck in the BK have it your way Burger King energy. And then again, in the reverse, this card has roughly the same meanings reversed as upright, but the reversed position also indicates remorse, mourning, and healing from the loss in question. Last but not least, Prince of Pentacles. A young man looks up from his briefcase, pausing to consider his next move. With the seeds he carries, he knows he will sow an abundant crop, and visions of his harvest swirl around him. A lot of swirling around. This card may represent an ambitious and intelligent person, usually masculine with an entrepreneurial spirit. He is sensible and dependable, and will plug away at a task until he completes it to his own high standards. He knows he has much to offer and is eager to get started. This card may also represent a new job, a lucrative opportunity, or success achieved through persistence. Those are the messages from your guides collective. On to the situation. What is the situation at hand for the collective? Situation, their current expectation. Devil in the reverse. Princess of Wands in the reverse. Your current situation is also Russ, what they want. What they want, what they want, what they want. Dollar signs. Yeah, I know that's what they want. That's in the background. All right, the Devil in the reverse. You know your situation. All right. This is what you need to know, because this is your situation. And this is what the card has to say. You know your situation is unhealthy and you're taking steps to change it. An eye-opening experience may have changed your perspective, or the pleasures that intoxicated you may no longer provide the same rush. Though you may still feel trapped, there is a path to freedom. 17. I refer you back to what I just said about 17. With that last bit, the pleasures that intoxicated you may no longer provide the same rush. That was giving me, I had just seen this video. It was a ADHD video, and how people that have ADHD expressions, they eat comfort foods that release dopamine when they eat the foods. They have certain favorite places, certain favorite foods, but after so long of eating it, all of a sudden it's not their favorite anymore. I may be able to link the video to that in the community tab. I'll see what I can do there. I might be able to link it in the comments here. I feel like I'd have more luck with the community tab where it's a video. I'm not sure. But yeah, though you may still feel trapped, there is a path to freedom. Again, to me, 17 equals soul root, home, root to the self, you know. And then that Princess of Wands in the reverse. A person who seeks to advise or inform you may instead cause confusion. Her information may be incorrect or just irrelevant. She may not have a full understanding of the situation. This card may also indicate ignorance, thoughtlessness, bad news, or a resistance to new ideas or inconvenient truths. I'm going to go ahead and leave that right there. Those were your situation cards. Next, unexpected personal energy at play. Unexpected personal energy at play for the collective, please. What is the unexpected personal energy at play? Thank you. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Background song Do Re Mi featuring Gucci Mane, Black Bear. Do Re Mi Fa So fucking done with you. All right, King of Pentacles in the reverse. What is your unexpected personal energy at play at this time, collective? A successful and established person who may be prone to conspicuous consumption or extravagance, or conversely, penny pinching. His mismanagement of resources damages relationships and disrupts and destabilizes his community. The word community came up earlier. This card may also indicate money troubles, insecurity, or feeling possessive or undervalued. Unexpected personal energy at play may also indicate money troubles, insecurity, or feeling possessive or undervalued. Be careful not to mismanage resources, damage relationships, disrupt, destabilize your community. Be careful not to fear that that's all you do either. Know that you're good enough for yourself and let that be enough. Or make sure that you are good enough for yourself and let that be enough. How about that? Changes in the immediate future for the collective. Thank you. King of Swords. The song that came on here, Unforgettable, French Montana featuring Swali. King of Swords comes to say, all right, a man in a suit stares over the rims of his glasses, a severe expression on his face. Though he carries a sword, he knows the pen is mightier and he has mastered both. Ooh. This card may represent an intellectual or ethical authority figure who sets rules and distinguishes truth and falsehood. That right there is bringing me back to earlier in the reading. We had gotten the black and the white meshing together, the salt and the pepper, but sometimes they shouldn't. Who sets rules and distinguishes truth and falsehood. Though his power derives from rationality, intellect, and expertise, he may exercise it in an authoritarian manner, expecting compliance without input. Like the queen, he may be more faithful to ideals or abstractions than to relationships. But I feel like I need to reiterate, I said abstractions, not distractions. Like abstract thoughts, abstract theories. But when your interests align, he can be a great ally. This card may also suggest a jurisprudence, mental fortitude, or authoritarianism. That's representative of immediate changes. And trying to do what lovers do. That's Gemini energy, air energy, King of Swords energy, twin energy. I'm going to try my best for you alone. I'm getting something about we don't try, we do. Okay. Potential long-term outcome for the collective. Potential long-term outcome with those resonating with this cycle, these cycles, whatever this is. Messages for the collective. What is the potential? I say potential because I cannot tell you your future. But what is the potential for the long-term outcome? Thank you. The High Priestess in the reverse. Something about you need to be in a hurry to get on your level. Nothing else. Not be in a hurry to get on anyone else's level. I'm going to take a look by the book. What is her number? Number 2. Ooh. We started with a lot of 2 energy, and we're circling back to some 2 in the reverse energy. Emotions and gut feelings lead you astray. Your intuition may be distorted by unprocessed trauma, internalized misogyny, or experiences, activities, or individuals that estrange you from your body, your feelings, or your natural rhythms. Solitude and soul searching may be necessary to reconnect with your deeper self. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I'm going to grab you guys an oracle, and then I'm going to get out of here. Messages for the collective, please. Messages for the homies. What do we have for closing messages? Closing messages. Spirit wants you to make sure you don't lie to yourself. Don't leave yourself. I got something about astral projection. Be really careful. Solitude. Think of being alone as meaning you are all one and in total harmony with everything. We also started the reading with that word, harmony. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. I do believe I also said the word silence. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. Until next time, my dears. Mwah.